Okay, it's part 3 of very short fairy stories. And I am going to read a fairy berry cake. I started reading this before and something went wrong with my video and it stopped recording. So hopefully that problem is fixed and I'll get all the way through it this time. A fairy berry cake. Fairy berry cake. Tinkerbell and Ronnie, that's Tinkerbell, that's Ronnie with no wings, love to have tea by the pond. They talk about their talents, their friends, and their futures. This tea is delicious, Tink says, but it's also making me very hungry. Let's get all the fairies together and bake a cake, Ronnie shouts. Excellent idea, cries Tink. The two fairies hurry to gather all their fairy friends. The fairies bring the ingredients to the kitchen. After a few hours, Dulcie comes out carrying a beautiful huckleberry shortcake. Dulcie. Okay, let's look at Dulcie. Dulcie. Remember who Dulcie is? Dulcie has the baking talent, I'll bet. Dulcie is the best baking talent fairy in Pixie Hollow. Her specialties are her delicious Poppy Puff rolls, her huckleberry shortcake. Dulcie is very generous, but she can be bossy in the kitchen. Okay, I think I skipped a page. Okay, they're making it. Oh, yes, I skipped this page right here. This shows how the fairies gather everything for the cake. It says they find Beck, that's Ronnie and Tinkerbell, they find Beck and Lily near a honey tree. We are going to make a cake to eat while we drink this delicious tea, Ronnie shouts. What a wonderful idea, says Beck. I will bring some of this delicious honey, adds Lily. Next, the fairies collect blue huckleberries. Tinkerbell holds the sack while Lily fills it up. The fairies bring the ingredients to the kitchen. After a few hours, Dulcie comes out carrying a beautiful huckleberry cake. It's wonderful, Tinkerbell shouts. I cannot wait to eat a slice. The fairies set the table with a spiderweb tablecloth, plenty of teacups, leaf saucers, and the mouth-watering cake. Huge cake. Fairies, Tink starts. I want to thank you for all of your help today. Ronnie and I could not have made such a beautiful cake without you. Cheers! All the fairies sang. The end. And they had their cake with their tea. Okay, this is a new story. The Case of the Fickle Frogs. Those are all frogs. I wonder what that means, the fickle frogs. The fairies were tidying up the pixie dust tree when Tinkerbell hears a cry for help. I must go and investigate, Tink tells Lily. Lily nods and watches her fly away. Lily. Okay, that's Lily right there. Oh, who's that?
Hello.
That's James. I'm doing a video for Acadia and Lucy. Say hi to Acadia and Lucy, James.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. We've had a great time today at the pool, and they have a barbecue at the pool at the clubhouse, and we had a great time. Okay, I was going to find out now, who is Lily? Let's remind you of who Lily is. Okay. Lily is a very gifted garden talent fairy. She is generous, patient, and the proud keeper of the most beautiful garden in Pixie Hollow. Lily can communicate with plants and sense if they are happy or sad. Okay, now, so they hear a noise. Tinkerbell goes to investigate, and she flies away. Tinkerbell arrives at the stream and finds Beck and a cluster of unhappy frogs. Okay, Beck is the one who talks to animals. Tink, Beck cries, these frogs are being so fickle. Some are thirsty, some are too hot, and the rest want to be fed all at once. All at once. So they're very demanding frogs. Some are hot, some are cold, some are thirsty, and they all want to be fed. Ugh. Tinkerbell has an idea. Tinkerbell gets to work right away. Look what she's working on. It looks like a cart of some kind. Tinkerbell gets to work right away. She builds a water sprinkler feeding shade machine that will shower water over thirsty frogs, create cool shade for warm frogs, and feed Neverfruit seeds to the hungry frogs. Once her machine is finished, she pushes it to the bank of the stream. See, Tinkerbell builds things. So she's building this machine that will spray water over the hot frogs, create cool shade for warm frogs, and feed Neverfruit seeds to hungry frogs. Okay, I can't wait to see this machine in action. There it is. There's the machine. Tinkerbell fills the machine with fruit seeds and water. Soon enough, the thirsty frogs receive water, the warm frogs receive shade, and the hungry frogs receive fruit seeds. You're a genius, Bet cries. I have never seen the Never Frogs happier. Tinkerbell beams with satisfaction. She loves saving the day. Okay, so this is their machine. The seeds keep coming out of here, and they eat them. Oh, they're feeding the seeds down here, and the hungry frogs are at the bottom eating the seeds as they come out. And there's the shade, and then there's water here that sprinkles over the other frogs. Very creative, very creative. Okay, let's read another story now. Hem's dress dilemma. Hem, who is Hem? Let's read a page and then figure out who Hem is. Whether is Hem one of the fairies? I can't remember Hem. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. We'll figure it out in a minute. Attention fairies, Queen Clarion says, we are going to hold a ball in honor of Purple Moon Night. The fairies shout with excitement. They cannot wait to hear beautiful dresses to the ball. To wear beautiful dresses to the ball. Ooh, look at that nice dress. Hem, on the other hand, is nervous. The fairies want her help trimming and sewing their gowns. Hem hopes she can get her dress plus the fairies' dresses done in time for the ball. Hem. Let me look back and see who Hem is. I just don't remember reading about him as one of the fairies. Rosetta, Trezessa, Fawn, Silvermist. Maybe Hem isn't a fairy. Maybe Hem is something else. Let me see. Queen Clarion. Here's Queen Clarion. She's in the story. She's a noble ruler. Queen Clarion is warm, wise, fair, and compassionate, just like your mama. Everything you would want in a queen. She commands respect and honesty from all. Okay, so Hem must be somebody else. Maybe we'll find out. Whoever she is, Hem hopes that she can get her dress plus the fairy dresses done in time for the ball. Hem gets to work right away. Hem looks like a fairy. She's a fairy. We just don't know about her yet. She cuts, she pins, she tucks, and she sews and sews and sews. She has dozens of flowers, leaves, and buttons to stitch onto dresses. I'll add this purple flower here, she says aloud, and this green ruffle here. I just need to take in the waist of this pink dress. Viola. Hem finishes all the dresses. She even makes something special for herself. Look at that nice blonde hair that Hem has. It's just kind of like Lucy, isn't it? Lucy's hair is a little bit different. It's blonde. When Hem arrives at the ball, she sees all the fairies in their beautiful dresses. It makes her feel proud. Your dress is magnificent, Tinkerbell says. I love the layers of color. Thank you, Hem responds. I have all of you to thank. You are an inspiration to my fashion designs. The fairies dance the night away in celebration of the purple moon. The end. It's a Purple Moon Festival. That sounds so exciting, the Purple Moon Festival. See Hem in all of her dresses? all of the colors and the layers. Very nice. A tour of Mermaid Lagoon. Mermaid Lagoon. We've been to Mermaid Lagoon before. Ronnie went there. So this is going to be a tour. Okay. After a few visits to Mermaid Lagoon, Ronnie wants to bring her fairy friends to show them how beautiful it is. She finds one of the mermaids and asks if she can bring Tinkerbell, Vidya, and Lily to visit. Of course, the mermaid responds, but you can only show them the outdoor fountains because unlike you, the other fairies have wings. Winged fairies are not safe in the water. Oh yes, Ronnie said, this is going to be wonderful. Okay, no winged fairies in the water. It's not safe for them because their wings get wet. Ronnie climbs onto Brother Dove and flies back to Pixie Hollow to tell her friends the exciting news. She will finally be able to share the Mermaid Lagoon with them. She picks up Tinkerbell, Vidalia, and Lily, and they fly back to the lagoon, I guess on the Dove. Brother Dove lands in front of the most extravagant fountain. That's over here. Wow, Tinkerbell says. I can't take my eyes off it. Pretty impressive, says Vidya. No wonder you come here all the time, adds Lily. She is happy that her friends love the Mermaid Lagoon. Thank you for coming, Ronnie says. It was our pleasure, the fairies shout. Tink, Vidya, and Lily fly back before it is too dark. But Ronnie stays behind. She wants one more look at the underwater castle. I really wish my friends could see this too, Ronnie says to the mermaids. This castle would blow them away. But they can't. They can't go in the water with their wings. For now, the underwater castle is for her and the mermaids only. The end. See, underwater castle. Wow. Looks amazing. A very fairy game of hide and seek. There's Tinkerbell, and that's another fairy. We'll find out who that other fairy is. Hide and seek. Tinkerbell flies over the garden and notices Pixie Hollow is quiet and still. Where have all the fairies gone, she wonders. She hears a giggle and flies close to the tulip from which it is coming. Inside it, she finds Rosetta. There's Rosetta. She must be a garden fairy. Let's go look back at Rosetta, the garden fairy. Rosetta. Rosetta is a charming and beautiful garden talent fairy. She loves dressing up almost as much as she loves tending her garden. Okay, so she likes to dress up. What are you doing in here? Tink asked. The fairies want to play hide and seek, Rosetta shouts. Can you find us all? Okay, so the fairies have hidden and Tinkerbell's going to try to find them. Tinkerbell is ready for the challenge. She flies off to find Fira, Bess, Silvermist, Fawn, Iridessa, Nettle, and Ronnie. Okay, she's looking. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, she's looking for 7 fairies who have hidden. It's hard to find fairies that are hiding because they're little. Tinkerbell looks high and low for the fairies. She looks behind a spider web and under a pine cone. She checks every leaf in the garden. Atop one leaf, she finds Fira. You got me, Fira cries. That's Fira there. Next, she finds Bess behind a rock. There she are, that's Bess. Her blue footprints led Tink right to her hiding spot. Tinkerbell finds Silvermist behind a bog and Fawn in a nest. Behind a bog with water dripping out and Fawn in a nest. She finds Iridessa hiding with the fireflies. Nettle is in a cocoon. Nettle. Tinkerbell has only one fairy left to find. Let me see who the fairy is. It is Ronnie. Ronnie. I bet Ronnie's in the water. What do you think? Because Ronnie doesn't have wings. I bet Ronnie is in the water. That's where she's probably hiding. Maybe not. Let's see. Tinkerbell is puzzled. She wonders if there is anywhere in Pixie Hollow she hasn't looked. I know, she shouts. The Mermaid Lagoon. Aha. She flies to the lagoon to investigate, but she only finds mermaids and a large rock. She takes a quick peek behind the rock and she finds Ronnie. She is playing with a ball of water. Tinkerbell is beaming. She loves playing hide and seek with her friends, but she loves it more when they are all back together. The end. There's Ronnie. She's got a ball of water she's playing with. Tinkerbell just found Ronnie. Okay, I got one more story, and that's going to be it for the day. Oh, it's another story about Ronnie. Boy, we're reading a lot about Ronnie. Ronnie's Rainy Day. Ronnie's Rainy Day. Ronnie wakes up happy and full of energy. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and a perfect breeze is blowing through Pixie Hollow. Ronnie finds her best friend, Prilla. Prilla. Let's read Prilla. I don't think we've come across Prilla before. Beck, Dulcie, Fira, Prilla. I recognize that. Prilla. Prilla is the first and only mainland visiting clapping talent fairy. What does that mean? A mainland visiting clapping talent fairy. She is sweet, optimistic, and always eager to try new things. Okay, maybe we're going to find out what all that means. Ronnie finds her best friend, Prilla. They go for a walk and then rest on the mushrooms in the field. Suddenly, the two fairies feel a raindrop splash between them. Oh no, cries Ronnie. I was looking forward to a day with no rain. But you are a water talent fairy, Prilla responds. You love the rain. I do, Ronnie says, but I also enjoy relaxing in the sunshine. The rain continues to fall, coming down harder and harder. Let's make the best of this rainy day, Prilla shouts. I want to splash in the lake with you. So they're going to the lake to splash around in the water. Splash, splash, splash. Ronnie agrees and uses her water talent to create fountains on which the two fairies can perch. They splash, squirt, and spray water everywhere. Good. They're making the best of a rainy day. Prilla gets out and ribbons of water dance around her. This is incredible, she shouts. Bess and Tinkerbell join the fairies to play with all the water too. Look what I made, shouts Bess, a water mirror. A water mirror, that's a whole sheet of water that you can look into and see your reflection. Tinkerbell steps in front and sees her reflection. She smiles. That evening, Ronnie sits down with Brother Dove and tells him about her rainy day. I was looking forward to a day of sunshine, she explains, but I am happy the rain came and made all the fairies happy. And that makes me happy. The end. That's Brother Dove. The end. Ronnie's telling her all about it. And that's the end of this story. We still have quite a few left. And I'll read some more next time. I just want to say goodbye. Here we are. Let me see. How do I do that? Oh, I'll turn it around like this, hopefully. Hopefully this works. Hopefully you can see me. I'm just experimenting here. Anyway, I enjoyed reading the stories. I love you both, girls. I hope Katie and Lucy, you're there. Maybe Lucy watches these once in a while too. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.